welcome. You're watching Z Media, and joining us today is Mr. Madhav Sheth. He is the CEO of Realme India. Well, Realme has launched a new smartphone, Realme GT3, at Mobile World Congress 2023. This phone is quite special. Of course, Madhav is with us. He's going to tell us about this phone as well. But this phone comes with 240-watt charging capabilities, and it has more special features to it. And for that, Madhav will tell us by himself. Madhav, a very warm welcome, and thank you very much to joining us today.
Pleasure is all mine.
So Madhav, can you just walk us through this phone? Why is it special and what makes it different from the rest of the lot which is available in the market?
The most important thing whenever we launch any product from a price point starting from our 7,000 entry level price points to going up to 50,000, we always think about how do we differentiate our products. So with this, what we have always done is to make sure that we have a differentiated product in terms of lighting, that is designs. Secondly, in terms of screen experiences, in terms of performance of chipsets, at the same point, and the most important thing, which is 240 watt charging solution. What does that mean? A lot of people have been asking me, what does this 240 watt charging solution mean to me?
Correct.
Probably I would say it's having a lot of health benefit, and now everybody would ask me how would a charging would have a health benefit?
Yeah.
Because normally it helps you to reduce your anxiety and stress. Normally, most of the people get anxiety or panic attacks when their phones are least charged, or having towards the end of the charge.
Quite relatable.
Yeah. So I think this phone charges in 8 minutes completely 100%,
Wow.
or 8 to 9 minutes completely 100%, and that's something which gives you a lot of mental peace, and that's how it reduces your stress and anxiety as well. So this has more of relevance. For us, every phone is to make sure that how can we increase the efficiency of the users in day-to-day life. And I think that's something which we have also created with this masterpiece.
So Madhav, you're talking about the consumer trends. Earlier we have seen the charging capabilities that had reached to 210 watts. Why is it so important these days that 240 watts now Realme has come up with? Do you think that this trend will go even further beyond 240 watts? And why this fast charging is so special and so important these days?
So let me tell you, it's more relevant to, rather than the charging speed, is more relevant to the time of charging, how
Correct.
I correlate to the consumers. So a 67 watt charging solution will charge a 5000 milliamp hour battery phone at around 40 minutes or 45 minutes roughly. Or roughly around 45 minutes. With the same 240 watts we charge at 9 minutes. 150 watts we charge at around 17, 18 minutes. So it's all about timing, and it depends upon how the consumer wants to have their experience with it, right?
Correct.
So probably in our times when we used to charge a phone, we used to charge the phone at night and keep it over. And get it up in the morning, and they still see some of the phones have not been charged completely. With this now you can charge your phone completely by 9 minutes. With 67 you can charge by 45 minutes. So it depends upon how the consumer wants their experience to be. Hence we are giving multiple options for the consumers to choose from.
Okay. Well, now since Mobile World Congress has just finished now and you have launched this new phone, how 2023 is going to be for Realme, and what else can we expect, or what users can expect? Because this is a good and a big surprise from Realme for your loyal fans and your customers. So what else can they expect in 2023 by Realme?
Let me tell you one of the biggest consumer trend for 2023, the mid-ranger phones starting from 10,000 to 30,000 rupees. This would be one of the biggest key takeaway in the markets in India at this point of time, because the replacement cycles have reduced because of the multiple reasons, and the affordability has come into picture. While the affordability has come into the picture, a lot of youngsters want to adopt the new phones and the high-end phones, but at the same point of time, I would say the 5G is helping the replacement cycles to get lower. So for this price point, the replacement cycles have gone up to around 14 or 15 months, which is a standard normal industry around 24 to 26 months. So that is helping the replacement cycles also much faster between this price point. So people and consumers are looking forward to buy a 5G devices, a better devices, a better chipsets.
So Madhav, I remember last time you were the one who first made this announcement that 5G devices is going to be quite affordable, right? And of course, we have seen all of that. And since 5G has already rolled out in our country finally, where else can we expect this price segment go down when we talk about affordable 5G devices? Where do you think it can go till? Like, of course, right now we are seeing 5G affordable devices, which are somewhere between 15 to 20K. Do you think in the future it will also come down to as low as 10,000 rupees?
Probably it should come. It's all about economies of scale.
Correct.
It should come, but I do not see it happening as early as H1 of 2023. In H2 of 2023, it might happen because the 5G penetration would be much faster getting into H2, as the networks and the operators would be much faster in rolling out the 5G services across. People would be more adopting 5G, hence the economies of scale will come into picture. That's where I believe the affordability along with the operators will make better sense for the consumers to bring a phone at around sub 10,000 rupees.
Madhav, you guys have done a pretty good job when it comes to smartphones under 20,000, 30,000, and even 40,000 for that matter. And you have a big fan base and a loyal customers with you. Do you think it's high time for Realme to come up with a super premium smartphone, ultra premium smartphone, which can go beyond 70,000 or 80,000? Any plans for that?
For me, the definition of ultra premium smartphone is all about the features and the specs what we are able to give. It's not just about the logo behind the phone. So probably I would not like a consumer only to pay for the logo behind the phone, but I would also like to pay for the consumer for the experience of the phone.
Yeah.
Definitely the logos are very important and extremely important. That gives the brand trust. At the same point of time, how can I bring that experiences and worthiness to the consumers while they're holding their particular phone? So it's not about having a 70,000 rupees phone, but tomorrow, if I have a better technology which is the first in the market and very useful and bringing more efficiency to the consumers, maybe I'll bring a 100K phone.
Yeah.
But it all depends upon what type of innovations I'm trying to bring to the market.
Yeah. Okay. So, Madhav, you are not just the CEO of Realme India, but also the president of Realme Global Business. If we have to compare the consumer trends in the rest of the market and with the Indian market, what are the differences that you observe and how good or bad our trends are going these days?
It's a very nice question to ask for, because right now I believe India has become a benchmark market globally. India being the biggest millennial population in the world.
Yeah.
The most use case scenarios for any smartphone, you will get it from India. The consumers in India, the youngsters in India are more demanding towards their smartphones, or they are expecting more out of their smartphones.
Yeah.
So using this millennial population, mainly Indians as a benchmark, has become one of the industry standard.
Yeah.
So being in India is not only beneficial for us as a brand, but it also helps us to make it as a yardstick to understand the global consumer aspirations from the new phone going forward in the next few years.
Correct.
So that's how it is. It's important for us to Realme in India.
We are talking about consumer trends and also, Indian customers. Recently, we have seen a lot of OEMs are coming up with new trends, foldable devices. Do you think we can expect something like that even by Realme in the near future? And what do you have to say about these foldable devices? How practical or functionality it possesses?
There are two types of foldable devices, flip and folds.
Correct.
Right? So probably which we have seen in the market at this point of time.
Yeah.
Wherein flip reminds us of a nostalgia feeling which we used to have it in our back in college days.
Yeah.
Where we used to have a flip phones.
Motorola, yeah. Razer.
So that's a nostalgia which I would say. Probably functionality of fold phones are quite less.
Okay.
I have tried certain prototypes. Probably I have seen that hardly I try to open folds once in a day.
Yeah.
Because you do not need it. There's no functionality to use it. Yes, it is a differentiated function. It's good to hold, good to have a differentiating things from your friends. But is it really good to use? Probably not. So flip may be one of the things which people would love to experience it because of the nostalgia feeling.
Yeah.
And they have been used to using it. Fold, we have also used in communicator series before in the world.
Yeah.
So let's see how it really functions out. But probably it's too early because I've spoken to hundreds of people. For them, it's just a differentiating factor.
Okay. So, Madhav, Realme is not just a smartphone brand. It's a technology company and you guys have a lot of good products under this brand, right? So, what are your plans to strengthen the ecosystem and what can we expect in the future, especially in 2023 from Realme?
Let me talk about the industry. The connected ecosystem is extremely important. And connected ecosystem where mobile being the hub of that particular devices to control your entire ecosystem, which would be including your car, your home, or all your electronic gadgets, has become one of the most important things going forward. we have a industry survey where by 2024, this market is to grow by about 10x. So I believe that basically the connected ecosystem devices is extremely important for all the brands. It commercially also makes sense for us to acquire more consumers, but at the same point of time, it's extremely important for the consumers to have that connected ecosystems at their home as well.
Okay, Madhav, you guys have laptops also under Realme brand, and post pandemic we have seen that the demand for Chromebooks, especially for the student category, it has risen like how. Any plans to consider this particular category as well in the future?
We are looking at a lot of consumer data points. Probably, let's see, we'll come up soon with some ideas about it.
Okay, quickly, if you just have to tell us more about this particular phone, how is it different? What is so special about it? Besides fastest charging capabilities, what do you have to say on that?
It's an overall experience phone, so you cannot just say about the charging. Charging is for the first time innovation. But if you look at the design aspect as well, there's a glow light design over here.
Yeah.
That capsule design is something which is very unique and for the first time again. At the same time, if you see the overall experience of the phone in terms of chipsets or the screen display refresh rates or the chipset performance through gaming, it would be a top notch of it. So it's a all packaged phone with a good designs and the best of the consumer experience. I think probably as Realme right now is one of the most trusted brand in India with having 0.5% return rates, less than that. I think people can be more trustworthy on this type of phones.
Okay, before we wind up, any good news for gaming enthusiasts coming up with a good new smartphone, especially for the gamers?
Probably we have a lot in line. So let's see. Let's catch up again.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much and all the very best for this new phone.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much.